I woke up on a concrete floor, drenched in sweat, with legal papers scattered around me. Every few hours, my wife and her mother slid new transfer forms under the door, like room service from hell. The total at the top never changed, $8,400,000. One call later, everything flipped. 3 days earlier, I came home and found Lisa and my mother-in-law, Helen, waiting at the kitchen table. Not dinner, documents. My stomach dropped when I saw my inheritance account number. Lisa smiled without warmth. $8 million and you didn't mention it? Helen didn't bother with the smile. So, when were you planning to tell your wife you're rich? I tried to keep my voice steady. It was my dad's company. He died in April. The board bought me out. In Texas, inheritance is separate property. And the prenup Lisa insisted I sign? It backed that up. Lisa's eyes flicked, calculating. That prenup was for your pathetic savings, she snapped. Not this. Helen stepped closer, like a shark. We're family. You're going to share. I'm not transferring a dime. That's when Helen slapped me. Hard. I stumbled back, and Lisa grabbed my arm. You're not leaving until we settle this. I yanked free and headed for the door. Helen swung a heavy crystal vase. I ducked almost. It clipped my temple and the room tilted. Then hands, dragging, voices, distant and sharp. Get him in the storage room. I hit the floor inside that windowless 8x10 box and heard the deadbolt slide. The deadbolt I'd installed myself to protect expensive equipment. The first night, they kept the light off. I yelled until my throat burned. Lisa, let me out. We can talk. Nothing. Near midnight, paper slid under the door. Sign, Helen said. Then you get water. I shoved it back. I'm not signing. No one knows you're there, she replied. I told your job you had a family emergency. Lisa told your friends you went fishing. Day 2. The heat arrived. Houston in June wasn't summer. It was punishment. The room turned into an oven by noon. They slid me one small bottle of water and called it mercy. Lisa's voice came through the door, sweet and fake. Just sign, baby. Cold shower. Food. We can be happy. My money, I croaked. Our money, Helen barked. That night I heard them in the hallway, talking like I was already gone. He has life insurance, Lisa said. Heat stroke, Helen answered. Tragic, not suspicious. By day 3, my tongue felt like sandpaper. My lips were split and bleeding. Sitting up made the world spin. When the papers came again, I couldn't even curse them out properly. Then my hand hit something behind the bottom shelf. A phone. An old backup I'd hidden months earlier, back when Lisa started controlling our money. 1 bar, then 2. If I crawled to the far corner. I called 911 inches a whisper and gave my address. Then I called the attorney I'd consulted about the prenup. Get the recordings, I rasped. All of them. Send them to the police. His voice sharpened. Done. Stay alive. The battery died right after. Hours later, pounding shook the front door. I heard Lisa switch into her polite, shaky voice. My husband locked himself in. He's irrational. Then an officer asked the question that broke her. Why is the deadbolt on the outside? First, the deadbolt clicked from the other side of the door. Next, the door swung open and harsh hallway light poured in. Then, a cop saw me on the floor and swore. After that, another officer crouched down and called for medics. Then, the IV hit and cold saline flooded my arm. Finally, in the living room, Lisa started crying like it was a script. Next, the officer played the video my lawyer had sent. Helen tried to run. She got cuffed. Lisa tried to explain. She got cuffed too. False imprisonment, assault, extortion, conspiracy. At the hospital, my lawyer showed me the worst part. Months of footage. Not just the kidnapping planning it, searching how long dehydration takes to kill, talking about making my death look natural. Divorce was filed before I was even discharged. The prenup Lisa demanded made sure she got nothing from my inheritance. The joint account had about $2,000 left after her saving for a house. They refused an early plea. They went to trial. The jury watched their own words convict them. Lisa got 18 years. Helen got 20. I bought a quiet house where I could breathe. I donated to domestic violence groups in Texas. I started therapy because a dark room still makes my heart race. So tell me, what would you have done the moment that door opened?